Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Episode 3 reinforces Penny's replacement, and she gets a much better arc than The Big Bang Theory gave Kaley Cuoco's character. Much of the focus of Chuck Lorre's TV franchise has been on Sheldon. Jim Parsons' character was entertaining and funny, so while The Big Bang Theory was technically an ensemble, the major storylines in the sitcom were devoted to him. That said, Penny was the secret element that made the series the smash hit that it became. The original The Big Bang Theory pilot didn't work, but things changed when Cuoco boarded the project. Sadly, just because Penny was important in the series and its overall success, it didn't mean that The Big Bang Theory knew how to handle the character. Cuoco's role was the viewer's perspective in the series, as it tackled the joys and struggles of being supposedly social outcasts. Unfortunately, The Big Bang Theory's problematic humor, especially in its earliest years, always used Penny as a punchline. Over time, and as Cuoco started sharing creative input on her character, the depiction of Penny got better. However, The Big Bang Theory franchise's treatment of her replacement emphasizes how mistreated Leonard's wife was. First Marriage Episode 3 highlights how similar Mandy and Penny are. Sheldon's former sister-in-law and best friend are the same. When Mandy was introduced, young Sheldon already drew parallels between her and Penny. In the prequel, she was firm but empathetic, especially when dealing with Sheldon when he was getting out of line. Her dream was in the media, but she was forced to work in the service industry to make ends meet. Even Mandy's relationship with Georgie had shades of Penny and Leonard's dynamic. In Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Episode 3, Secret, Lies, and a Chunk of Change, the parallel between Mandy and Penny becomes more apparent, as the outing delves into the past. In the episode, Georgie discovers that his wife not only has a shopping problem, but she also once paid for a no-good boyfriend, something that Penny also did in The Big Bang Theory. In fact, both of Mandy's financial issues in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage were plots for Cuoco's character in the nerd-centric sitcom. The difference now is, Georgie's attempts to solve Cease Mom's problems are baked into their issue, while Penny relied on Leonard and his friends for help to solve her monetary woes. First Marriage gives Mandy a better storyline than Penny. Mandy gets a proper story in First Marriage as its co-lead. Kaley Cuoco's Penny looking upset in a laundry room from The Big Bang Theory. Mandy has only been in The Big Bang Theory franchise since Young Sheldon Season 5. Despite that, her story is already shaping up to be much better than Penny's. As a clarification, this doesn't mean that she will have a better ending than Cuoco's character, although her The Big Bang Theory finale's fate had its own problems. This means that Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is doing a good job tackling Mandy's story, as it devotes time to seeing her go through various stages of her life, as a wife, mother, daughter, and independent woman. In its earliest seasons, Penny's role in The Big Bang Theory was to be the pretty woman living across the hall from Sheldon and Leonard. She was a wannabe actress who wasn't that good at it and was forced to work at the Cheesecake Factory. Penny was often depicted as dumb, especially by Sheldon, even though she was actually wise. It didn't help that Howard would repeatedly hit on her despite already turning him down, and Mary would judge her based on her romantic liaisons. It took years before The Big Bang Theory gradually shifted its depiction of Penny. Can Kaley Cuoco's Penny still return in The Big Bang Theory franchise? Cuoco has a new chance to return as Penny. Since Georgie and Mandy's first marriage takes place before The Big Bang Theory, Penny can't be involved in it. The events of the Young Sheldon sequel precede her meeting Leonard and Sheldon for the first time. Luckily, Chuck Lorre and his team are developing a new expansion series in the franchise that will take place after the nerd-centric sitcom. The third spin-off will star Stuart, Denise, and Bert, but Cuoco has already expressed her desire to appear in the Big Bang Theory sequel. While Penny is highly unlikely to be even just a recurring character in the new series, a one-time appearance can offer an idea about how life has been for her and Leonard since The Big Bang Theory ended. Aside from possibly solving the Leonard is dead mystery, it can also justify her divisive final fate in the nerd-centric sitcom. At this point, this is the best that Lorre and his team can do to make up for how they handled Penny's pregnancy arc.